kind of posed to where they're gonna throw the spear. And so, what is anybody else doing anything at this point in time? Because if you guys are kind of peering over the hill, oh, that's my hillbilly accent kicking in. If you guys, totally, you guys are looking over the hill. You can you can see this happening as Kang's out in the wide open. These Zolgoths have their spears drawn, and he's I want to talk. That's pretty good. So they kind of acknowledge that.
Yeah, if any of them look like they pull their arm back to throw, I'm going to try to shoot them from there. From a
so you'll
position.
basically like hold an action until something like that happens. Nothing like that happens yet. So these Zolgoths, they're starting to speak, and let's see, they are. And they're speaking in a language that only one of you can understand. So they're yelling this out several times, and it's pretty loud, so all of you can hear this. And it's like this saliva. It's like this hissing with a bunch of saliva mixed in, and it's like a hissing type of speech.
So Omi's going to move forward and say, "Oh, we're here to help out Kavnakash, but we seem to have gotten turned around, and we're wondering if you can tell us which way to go from here."
Oh, so you're gonna stand up from behind the hill as well.
Yeah.
So you are now presenting yourself. Okay, so you're gonna speak. So yes, you do recognize the language as Draconic. So because you were the only one that was able to understand it. So yeah, the basically the Zolgoth are you the translator for this human?
Yes, I will translate for him.
Okay, so he was and then he starts doing this, the Zolgoth, and he's wondering what this means. They're taking it as this, and this will be good.
So I'll translate what King was saying.
That's basically what they mentioned. That's what they say back to you as you're talking to them. You're going to be the translator. Kang's doing his puppet hand and everything.
Hey, King, they think we want to eat their leader, Kavnakash.
Yeah. I mean, if everybody's open to eating the leader, I guess I can go along with that, but I just want to talk to it, man.
I'll say a Draconic, no. We just want to talk to Kavnakash, not eat him.
All right. It responds back to you. So, did anybody, while we were kind of adventuring around the Hermitage, remember you guys kept finding those gray robes? I never heard anybody say, "Hey, I'd like to take a set of these robes" or anything.
I don't think so. I think
Emo wore one for a little while, but I took it off because I was kept tripping on it.
Yeah, for the future, that would be good to maybe have something like that and to keep something like that around. So, but yes, Omi, the Zolgoth, he replies back to you. Are basically, are you the monks from the Hermitage?
Oh, yes, of course, we're monks.
And why? Go ahead.
Oh, we were told to go to Kavnakash and check in with him, see if he needs some help. We're fairly new recruits, and that's the assignment we were given, and I'm not one to question orders.
So it seems like they're starting to clutch their spears a little bit more as the main Zolgoth kind of looks back at the others and says something very lightly that you really can't make out. So the Zolgoth asked you that. Asked. It asked you. My name is Thor. I will ask you a question. Why are you talking like him? I'm not talking like him. Omi? Can you see that?
Oh.
The translation?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they were new recruits, and they said they had some kind of fire over there, and a lot of them robes got burnt up. You see, so they won't have robes for us until we return again. Yeah, the new recruits, we're the ones that get screwed on the robe deal.
You got to give me a deception check for that, man. You definitely got to give me a deception check. Oh, that's not a good roll. Oh my goodness. I rolled a natural 20 and you beat me. Oh, that's but see, on skill checks, remember, in skill checks, a 20 is an automatic crit. It's not for skill checks. So yeah, so they're like, oh yes, he's like, oh, okay, so you're here so you basically bullcrap your way to the Zolgoths. So they come up to you, and they kind of relax a little bit and leave their spears down, and they say, hey, they're basically they're a hunting party. They just went ahead and killed this ox. They're gonna, they're basically just talking to you like they know you. You're from the Hermitage. So sorry to hear about the Hermitage, and they ask you how the fire started, and if all of the other allies of the Zolgoths are okay, and are the plans still in place, or were you able to convert Harlock to worshiping the demons and stuff? So they're like, yeah, we're basically taking this oxen, and we're gonna butcher it back up, and we've got a couple dozen hungry Zolgoths there at the tower. We've got some dinosaurs that we've got to feed. We've got some other demons, so this oxen's gonna last us a couple of great meals.
Excellent. Yes, we did manage to fully convert Harlock. He did hold out for quite some time, but the leaders have their ways, and he eventually converted. So how are things going at the tower?
Well, Beleni, she was thinking that Harlock was going to have to be handled and probably killed because of his devout worship to that god, Gazra. But Kavnakash, he's still up on the top of the tower. We haven't seen him for days. He's still trying to destroy the Aeon Orb. He hasn't been successful yet, as he kind of looks back at the tower, and you can see the orb rotating around the top of the tower.
He's been up there for several days now. Well,
he might need help. Ask him if we can go up there and
join
help.
us. You can join us with the feast.
All right. Maybe we can help him in some way. I don't know.
We've got plenty of room at the tower for you to be our guest.
All right. Well, that's where we're headed anyway, so why don't we head on over to the tower, and maybe you can tell us some hunting stories of yours on the way. Tell us if you've seen any valuable spoons around.
Spoons? What is this spoon that you speak of?
Oh, one of these. I pull out a spoon to show him. You seen anything like this?
Oh, that is an eating utensil that you humans use. He says there's none of those at the tower.
Ah, that's sad. Oh well. I guess to the tower it is then.
Okay, so yeah, you guys make it up to the base of the tower. You know, of course, with these Zolgoths, they're dragging the dead ox, and it's basically just leaving this huge drag mark in the ground. Sparks are flying off of it as they're dragging it. So as you guys get to the tower, the tower it's actually fairly large, and it's got a flat top, like I mentioned. It's a couple 100 feet tall. It's sort of like a not a steep Egyptian type of pyramid, but it doesn't have a really sharp angle, so that's why it's 200 foot. And then at the summit, of course, it's flat, but it's made of this smooth, dried mud. So it doesn't look like you could. It doesn't look like you would have to be a great climber and have climber's tools to be able to climb to the top of this tower.
Or spider climb potion.
Spider climb.
That too.
I've got that spell.
Yeah, you could definitely do that, because I believe even with very slippery surfaces, I actually think that the spider slippers would do well. I don't think you'd have any problem at all with that. But there's like a walkway to this tower, and there are a couple of huge gargoyles. As you start to approach, you can see these gargoyles. There's this landing that kind of goes up about 40 feet to the western side of the tower. And then it has like the couple switchback ramps that, you got to walk up to. So it's just not like a straight shot. You got to go up this ramp, a couple switchbacks. And then on the top of sorry, my voice keeps breaking up too. It's been doing that for a couple days, but there's a couple of these stone statues of gargoyles that are perched over the ledge, kind of looking down under the door. And you guys are at the base of the tower, and the Zolgoths, they start to drag this carcass of the ox up, and it's leaving this like mud and blood as it kind of streaks up the path. So what are you guys doing? Are you guys going right in, or what are you guys doing? My voice.
Nobody else around?
No. You see the two gargoyles and the 5 Zolgoths that are going up. So, but yeah, they told you that there's probably a couple dozen in here. That's why they got the ox, was to feed everything. They mentioned some dinosaurs. They mentioned some demons as well. I think, of course, Kavnakash being up at the top of the tower trying to destroy this ion stone.
So Emu wants to go. He goes up to one of the gargoyles and he's like, "So, how long you been here?"
The gargoyle remains motionless. It does not do anything. It just kind of.
But not much for talking, huh?
You get the sense that it is watching you, as the head kind of is looking down towards you. I mean, it doesn't just look at you, but the head's already
It's just kind of looking in the general direction. Yeah.
I'll
kind of like get on the side of it a little bit and then talk to it to see if it turns its head towards me. Like, so like, are you like an actual statue, or are you just like doing the gargoyle thing where you just kind of hang out and sit still for a long period of time?
While you're in front of the one gargoyle,
yeah,
the other gargoyle perched, you can hear this stone on stone kind of grinding, and its head just kind of moves and looks at you for just a couple of seconds, and then its its head goes back into its normal position.
Yeah, that is so cool. I mean, I love how you guys do that. It's super cool.
So after a couple of minutes of dragging this huge bloody dead ox, they get it into the tower, and then they disappear into the entrance of the tower.
And they just leave us there?
Yeah, they just continue to move right in. They don't even say anything to you. They just go right in. I think they might be I think they're just excited about getting that ox in there and getting it all butchered up and starting to cook it.
We could follow them if we wanted to, yeah.
If you want to, yes. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. We could bring a goat.
Bring a goat for an offering. You get a goat for a minute, so.
Oh yeah, they might get freaked out when it disappears, though.
Oh, I mean, why not?
So I just turn around and look at everybody and be like, should we follow them or?
Well, I think we could take it all the way to the top, personally. Maybe con our way up, all the way up there, and then maybe throw a wrench in the old system up there.
Take cabinet cash out first, maybe.
Hey Zero, can you climb up with your little spider slipper things or whatever, and then just hang a rope, and we can just use a rope.
Yeah, or we can take our strongest individual, and I can cast it on him, and he can do it. I can cast it on anybody.
That's probably King.
King the Destroyer.
And if anyone says, we could be like, ziggurat cleaners or something,
Just here for the monthly maintenance.
Ziggurat.
Is there a back? We should probably do it on the backside, though.
Well, I mean, we might be able to just walk up however they get up there. You know what I mean? So I'm going to elbow Omi and be like, just ask him how we get to the dude, man. We're going to go see what's his bucket.
How do we get to the dude, man? You guys got a couple of options. I mean, that's a couple of pretty good different plans on trying to get to Kavnakash.
Or we can go up the outside. I don't.
So it's up to you guys.
Well, Emu could be our supervisor. He could be, or actually Omi, since he knows the language.
Yeah.
So we're cigarette cleaners.
I say we go up on the side.
The cigarette cleaners.
I like the outside. I don't really like all these.
Okay. All right.
I don't want to be surrounded by like a dozen of those little dudes. They look hungry, and I'm kind of small.
Yeah, it said the hunting party said that there were about a couple dozen or so, some dinosaurs.
Yeah, I mean, not to mention what they'll do to Justin. Just think about that. That's just that's not a pleasant sight.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's skirt around the side, I guess. I'll climb up there.
A snack.
Well, yeah, I'll cast Spider Climb on you, Kang, and then you can haul us up there one by one and see what happens, I guess.
Do we have enough rope?
How much rope do you guys got? Because remember, it's 200 foot from the base to the top of the tower, the smooth top tower, the flattened top.
I have at least 50 feet of rope.
I have 50 foot of rope and an adventurer's pack.
It's the same for me. I got an adventurer's pack with the rope.
So 50, 50, 50, that's 150. So if Omi's got an adventurer's pack, we're all set.
He's adding one to his character sheet really quick.
All right.
God, I had this in my pocket.
Let me get to his inventory. I see rope. He's got rope. So yeah, he's got rope. I didn't see the equipment tab. I didn't see it adjust and auto sort with more equipment.
So. Just go. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, exactly.
5 things got added.
Can we go like buckets and squeegees or something like equipment?
I don't think you guys have buckets and squeegee.
No, we could just tell them that the contract says that they're supposed to provide the cleaning equipment and products. You know what I mean? We gave them a good price on it.
That is too good.
I'm a pretty good climber, though, I think. I'm not too bad.
You think you could scale that without the rope?
I mean, I would rather use a rope, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, you don't. The strongest doesn't necessarily need to go up top first. They can just, whoever goes up can tie it off. I'll go, but it doesn't matter to me. But if we can do it without saving a spell slot, then...
How about this option? I have 4 second-level spell slots. I can cast Spider Climb probably on each of us, and we can do it that way.
Yeah, if you got 4 spell slots.
I got a feeling we're going to need them spell slots, bro.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and as you're kind of looking at the pyramid, there is this type of growth and fungus that's growing all over the tower. So that would also be a hamper with climbing up. But if you're using Spider Climb, yeah. So it's like this moss that's growing up. Moss and some small lichen and stuff.
King don't like no fungus, man. Yeah. He's like...
Yeah, I'm not talking like just a solid wall of disease and filth going up. No, it's like it would be out in the jungle. You know what I mean? There's a lot of moisture, and you got a lot of moss and stuff growing on cement. Sort of like in the old, in England and Scotland and Ireland, you see all that moss growing on the sides of castles and bridges and stuff. Stone bridges and castles and stuff. So.
Yeah, I guess we'll just tie all the ropes together. So we have 200 feet of rope. Go ahead and climb that or send that spell this way, man, and I'll take the rope up there and tie it off.
Yeah, I cast it.
All right. So you're going to cast Spider Climb 4 times? Ooh.
No, I'll do it on Kang.
On King.
On Kang? Okay.
He's going to trail a rope, and we're going to come up after him.
Yeah, so it lasts for 10 minutes. So that would definitely be plenty of time to get up there. And I like it how you don't have to concentrate to, keep the spell up. That's pretty nice. It's just
it lasts for 10 minutes, Gang, so you got to move.
Yeah.
All
right. you got your buckets and your squeegees and everything, and you're heading up the side. We'll say sure.
There's some buckets and
squeegees. Yeah, there's buckets and squeegees kind of sitting on the side of the pyramid. I mean, sure. Kind of cleaning the moss off as you're just going up and work, shine all day.
Well, we'll work from the top down, so we're not constantly contaminating. The way up. So,
total nerd alert.
So I'll try and climb up there, taking the rope with me, and get as close to the top as possible and look for something to tie the rope off on.
Sure.
And if they're not, then I'll go all the way to the top and see if there's something to tie the rope off on.
All right. Unbelievable. Okay, so here's actually what you see. All right, let me give you a map, and I'm going to share this just for you as you kind of come up. Which side of the tower are you coming up from?
You guys said the back, right? You want to go
the opposite side of the front entrance they went into. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that sounds good.
Unless there's a visible entrance on that side, then we'd be on the side probably.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to share the map with you, gang. It's going to be dark. I'm going to go ahead and put you on. So if you're coming up from the north, you should be able to see what's going on now on the map. So, yeah, so as you get to the top of the summit of this tower, it's like a sun-shaped platform, because as you're looking up the tower and you're climbing up this tower, you can see the different points kind of coming off, and it's there's 5 points basically coming off of it, as you can see. Well, there's actually 8 points coming off of it. So it's sort of like a sun-shaped platform, and it's made of marble. And you notice that in the middle there's these 4 pillars, and they're up about 15 feet or so, right? And on the top of these pillars there is another kind of like platform. But you can see that because as you're coming up under that platform, there's a total of 5 5 of these Zolgoths that are up on the top. And then there's also a dinosaur-looking creature as well that looks like this. All right. So it looks like that. It's hanging around this creature, which is actually, it looks like he's in contemplation on what to do. And this is what this Zolgoth looks like. And then there's some other warriors that you've already seen, so it basically they're just like spitting images of the warriors that were like dragging that ox up to the tower. So there's this, you can see one of these warriors, they come out, these Zolgoth warriors comes out. So obviously under this platform that's up 15 feet, there's stairs that are going down into the tower, because this thing just kind of walks right out. So there's 4 Zolgoths. There's obviously you kind of think of this guy as Kavnakash because he's in contemplation. And then you see that other creature up there, which is pretty intimidating as well. But there's no walls. It's all open air. And as you kind of, you look behind you, there's this just beautiful and commanding view of the entire Isle of Arran. And you can even see Aberton off, 15, 20 miles away, close to, the horizon. You can see, the beautiful inner sea with the sun shimmering on it. You can see the Isle of Kortos, which is to the south, which is another island that's just south of where you're at on Arran. And there's, this blazing ball of light that's about 3 to 5 feet in diameter that's kind of swinging around the top of the tower. That's the ion ore, basically. And it's kind of traveling in like this lazy circle type of motion. But it's 40 feet above the tower. So it's probably at about the 240 or 250 foot mark for height, right? And there's like all this light kind of spinning around. There's no heat. You don't feel any heat coming off of this orb, but it's shedding a bunch of light. So you can definitely tell that it is magical. But after a couple of seconds, you start to feel like this soothing That's where all of the creatures are.
Well, I don't see them yet.
Oh, you don't see them yet? You should. Let me see.
Okay.
Can you see them now? Okay.
Yes, sir.